On the record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Leante, Herford, 25L2933651 and 52. Appearance, please.
Patrick Boot on behalf of the city of Lansing, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lawrence Sutter on behalf of Mr. Hereford, who's joining us via Zoom today.
Mr. Herford had a pre-trial for failure to display an operator's license, and then there was an explanation hearing for a seatbelt violation. Is there an offer to resolve this?
Yes, there was, Your Honor, and I do believe it's going to be accepted, but Mr. Hereford has presented a valid license, and we will be dismissing the failure to display, and additionally reducing the seatbelt down to an impeding truck.
That is our understanding, and Mr. Hereford wishes to accept that.
I'm sorry, does the seatbelt violation have points or something? Because it's double the price.
It's 2 points, yes, Your Honor.
Oh,
It's going down to impeding.
Got it. Okay. You want to accept responsibility to the impeding, Mr. Hereford?
Yes, ma'am.
Your fine is $135. When are you gonna pay?
If you can give me like 2 weeks, I can have it paid.
I don't know if they could pay within 2 weeks. You're all set, right? You're all set, Mr. Hereford.
Okay, I can hang up now.
That's correct.
For sure. Y'all have a good day.
Same to you. On the record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Nikita Johnson, 207-271 and 73. Appearance, please.
Patrick Boot on behalf of the city of Lansing.
And Jacob Brown on behalf of Ms. Johnson.
Ms. Johnson.
No, you're right. In fact, she let me know last night that she has a medical appointment for her son this morning at 9 o'clock. She's been trying to get on Zoom. Apparently she's not letting me down. But that's the issue at this moment.
I'll hold her matters until 11 o'clock.
Thank you.
On the record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Ruben Walker, 24L2891341. Appearance, please.
Patrick Boot on behalf of the city of Lansing, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lawrence Sutter on behalf of Mr. Walker, who's standing to my right.
Okay, Mr. Walker has a disobeyed police officer directing flow of traffic. Let's see. What's the offer on that?
Yes, there was, Your Honor. I believe there was also no insurance.
That's going to
That
move.
is gone.
It's not on today's.
No, it's not. That was just- Yeah, it was to reduce the disobeying to impeding traffic.
That is our understanding, Mr. Walker intends to accept.
Your fine is $135. When will you pay?
I think we're going to get like 30 days.
Won't you make payment within 30 days? Do you have any questions about how you make payment?
Yeah.
You can make payment at the criminal traffic window right outside. That's the window you're gonna pass to get out of here, or you can make payment online at the court website. You would use your case number that I called at the beginning of this hearing, or you can mail check or money order to the court. You would also have to put your case number on that, okay? Do you have any other questions? Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the city, Your Honor.
Nothing further.
You're all set.
Thank you.
Right now. Why are you just not figuring it out? I did. All right. Is he on the warrant? Yes.
Show one in here for this. When I checked it, it didn't show.
Phone number 19-03417. Is that in warrant status? I'm not asking you a question, sir.
Yes, 1903.
I know the case number. I just gave it to you. You should have known that he had a warrant and I should have had the file. You can have a seat. On the record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Ricky Williams, 24-03-782. Appearance, please.
Patrick Booth on behalf of the city of Lansing, Your Honor.
That's your card record. Oh, his card's right there. Yes.
May it please the court, David B. Carter Jr. on behalf of Mr. Williams, who is present and standing at council.
Okay. He can have a seat if he needs to. Today was the date scheduled for a pre-trial, and this is for hinder, obstruct, oppose, failure to display a license. How are we proceeding on this?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Williams has provided me with valid proof of license. We're going to be dismissing the failure to display. In addition, this was tied to a matter that was actually resolved earlier this year, that was open, came out of last year. So with the interest of justice, we'll be reducing the hinder opposed down to the
That is correct, Your Honor. I've had the opportunity to discuss that with my client, and he would like to accept that.
Mine is 135 when we pay.
135 when you pay. Okay. He can square that up.
To the criminal traffic window, we'll be all set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. On the record in the matter. State of Michigan versus Ruben Walker, 19-03417. Mr. Walker, this is in warrant status because you were on probation before Judge Buchanan at some point, is that correct?
No, that's what I was trying to tell you. I think that's my son. Yeah,
There-
exactly.
This is his son's matter, Ruben Calvin Walker Jr. You saw the magistrate on this? I believe that she did note that on here.
We do, Your Honor, if I may, I found that file in the public defender system. That does appear to be a different individual, different date of birth that was represented by someone in my office. Palmer, I think. So I just don't think it's this individual.
Definitely is not this individual, because date of birth is 1999.
Yep.
You're senior, not junior, correct? Can they change this in the system so that we know it's junior? Thank you. You're all set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
On the record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Cario Kirby, 25-00638. Appearance, please.
Patrick Booth on behalf of the city of Lansing, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Dustin Coons from Harris Kirby, who's here to my right.
Okay, today was the date scheduled for sentencing. I do have a pre-sentence report. It was prepared on the 9th of July. You got a copy of that, counsel?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
To make updates, corrections, or deletions.
Nothing from the city?
No changes, Your Honor.
Address the court, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. We've seen a lot of operating intoxicated offenses. This one stands out to me for a couple of reasons. EAC is very high in this case, and I acknowledge that. And if I acknowledge that, she's going to talk about that in a moment. But the other thing is just how out of character this was for her. This is the first offense of any sort, let alone an OWI. She had an extraordinarily bad night in every sense of the word. Something in her personal life that came up, forcing her to confront some trauma that she'd been working through. She responded to it poorly. She drank a lot. She got behind the wheel. She was not cooperative with the officer after being pulled over. It was an extraordinarily bad night. But it's also one bad night over the course of 35 years, sorry. Over 35 years, and doesn't define Paris. I think the substance abuse assessment in this case speaks to that in large part. For the BAC to have been this high in this particular case, Ms. Smith from Wellness Inc. finds that there was very low risk, that education is what's needed here, and Paris has been incredibly proactive in seeking that education, completing a highway safety course for the victims impact panel. She does have some goals, namely to move to England to marry her fiance. And from my limited understanding of UK immigration law, as long as there's an open case, they can't like finally submit the paperwork. This is under the law a non-serious misdemeanor, so there's a presumption of no jail and no probation. I understand that that presumption can be overcome. In a case when we're talking about 0.275, I think probably could be overcome in this case. Still, Your Honor, we are asking for fines and cost sentence. Paris has been proactive in educating herself, making sure this won't happen again. She's taking it seriously.
Your client wanted to make a statement.
Yes.
Yes, I'm sorry, I'm a bit nervous. I'm very ashamed of this. I can say that like everything that I have done as far as education wise, it's changed my entire life and my view and a lot of those around me. As much as I want to move on with my life, I keep thinking about, I'm engaged, I'm 35, I want to have a child. I have two step kids that I've been wanting to live with and be with for the last 3 years. But I don't take it lightly that day I put others in risk, including myself. And I'm very, very sorry. Sorry. I apologize. Thank you, I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize.
It's one of those moments in your life that you can't believe that you did something like that and that you're in this position. It is very out of character and I just apologize, but it has changed my life for the better. Thank you.
I thank you for taking the time to give a statement and express your feelings about how this has impacted you and what you believe your outcome or outlook, I should say, is. Let me see, where were you coming from on this day?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Where were you coming from the day?
I was coming from a get together with a bunch of friends. It was a huge, everyone from out of town was there. It was a long, long day. I'd seen
Hanging out with,
yeah, it was everyone from out of town and our friends were about to get married. So it was a normal, fun thing, but it's not kind of normally how I am in any sense. And Your Honor, I saw someone who had been abusive to me and I felt I needed to leave, but I do have to say it's even out of character to be ever that intoxicated. It's not something, so let alone ever drive a vehicle.
Okay, and so although the recommendation is very clear that this is a situation that would warrant some probation, Because like you said, counsel, the relatively high alcohol level, it's a super drunk. However, because of the circumstances that she wants to move, is that what you're requesting?
Well, that in part paired with the presumption of being a non-serious misdemeanor, understanding that under ordinary circumstances, that presumption could be overcome with the AC. But yeah, that is the motivation for asking for no probation. But we certainly understand that.
And I think I did grant it earlier, I think she went
Got to, Your Honor, and
to
I
travel about a month or so ago.
thank you so much for that. I got to see the kids for their birthdays, so I do appreciate that very much.
No problem, no problem. But my concern is, where are you planning to move?
Exeter, UK, Kirby, I'm sorry,
When?
Your Honor, as soon as this is, we have everything ready. I feel like I really let them all down. We have an immigration lawyer, ready to go, pretty much. We were gonna get married and then we had to postpone everything. Our immigration lawyer doesn't believe that this is gonna stop me from entering, but I can't, I have to have a piece of paper that basically says that I am done and the case is closed in order for us to finalize and even get an answer from anything. He thinks our case is really good. We've been together for 3 years. It's just really hard. I feel like I even let the kids down. I'm sorry. We've been waiting for a long time to be together. We have a house there already, so.
Just to add to that, Your Honor, my understanding is for the immigration lawyer to submit their application to whatever the authorities are over there, this case has to be closed, and then that starts the process. Some months.
You're reviewing your substance abuse assessment. I don't believe. Since the assessment reported the defendant met the diagnostic criteria for an alcohol intoxication without use disorder. She's already done what the assessment recommended that she's done, or that she should do. Not that she, and overall was moderate to low for the domains of a substance abuse issue. This is the first offense of any kind on her history. I do have a concern about the overall blood alcohol content, but I think that she probably suffered some level of, I wouldn't say suffer, she probably experienced some level of her sentence or punishment by way of having her life put on hold. You know, you're supposed to be getting married and moving to a new continent, and now you're troubled with whether or not that's could even occur, but even if it does, it's delayed. And then understanding, I think, based on the meeting that you had for the PSI, you also suffered some other loss recently during that time too. So probably the need to be where your loved ones are is a little bit heightened. I have no problem with granting a sentence of fines and costs. So with that being said, she will be sentenced to a term of fines and costs. She's already completed the highway safety. I have a certificate of completion here. I also have a certificate of completion for her sharing for her victim impact panel. It's $471.17. WI cost recovery fee that she owes the police department for responding. And let me also be clear that although I am granting a sentence of fines and costs only, she needs to pay these fines and costs before she can leave. So she will, is she paying today? $471.17 for overnight cost recovery, $75 crime victim rights fee, $50 state minimum cost, plus a fine of $300 will be assessed. Total of $896.17. You said she's paying that today?
Yeah.
We'll get you over to the criminal traffic window. That will resolve this matter. Best wishes to you in your future, okay,
Thank you
ma'am?
so much, Your Honor. Thank you.
Sure. City of Lansing versus Warren Pardee, 19-03807, appearance, please.
Patrick Boot on behalf of the city of Lansing, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Warren Sutter, on behalf of Ms. Pardee, who's joining us via Zoom.
Ms. Pardee is present. I see, this was a sentencing. I do have a pre-sentence report that was prepared on the 7th. You got a copy of that, counsel?
Yes, I do.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do we need to make corrections, updates, or deletions?
Nothing from the city.
Your Honor, I don't believe there are any to make at this time.
Make our decision.
Thank you, Your Honor. Obviously, Ms. Pardee is someone that I've had a working relationship with for quite some time now, following her through the kind of pendency of this case, as well as all the things she's been involved with outside of it. As the court may recall, that she has been having a number of things going on in her personal life. She is currently awaiting trial in Wayne County, I believe, or Oakland County, I'm sorry, as the victim in a human trafficking trial. And that's obviously taking up a lot of time and mental energy for her, while also dealing with some issues of her own, including substance and alcohol issues. And she has been making extraordinary efforts to put herself back on a path of straightness and sobriety. To that end, she's engaged voluntarily in counseling services. She first did an assessment at New Frontier Counseling, and then she enrolled herself in treatment programming at Home of New Vision in Ann Arbor. I've spoken with her about that program. I've also spoken with some individual counselors she has at that program, and each of them advised me that she is attending regularly. She's involved and participating in the activities and programming there with full heart and hope. There's no half-heartedness to her participation there. I think she's someone who's fully committed to sobriety now that she is away from one of the worst situations a person can ever find themselves in as a trafficking victim. She's been enrolled there for the last several months, and I think I've noticed an extraordinary change in her demeanor, her appearance, her communication with me in the last 6 months compared to the first couple of months I represented her on this file. To the end, I do think this is a pretty fair and appropriate recommendation. I would note she is indigent. She is struggling right now. She's been having a hard time gaining employment while dealing with trials in Oakland County, as well as some pretty full-time treatment program in Washtenaw County. She does rely on a good friend to help her escape from that situation for transportation and kind of support. I do think many efforts coming back to Lansing would be difficult for her, and she is firmly ensconced in the Ann Arbor area for both treatment, housing, and hopeful employment. She did advise me that Home of New Vision is not currently doing UA or PBT testing on her, but can and is fully willing to do so. Given that, Your Honor, I would ask you today to consider a term of non-reporting probation at the length recommended by the probation agent here, which I believe was 8 months, with orders to complete the programming and treatment at Home and Vision, and if the court would like her to start doing the preliminary breath testing and urinalysis testing through Home and Vision. She's fully willing and prepared to get a release of information signed so that the 54A probation department can confirm that she is maintaining her sobriety. Beyond that, Your Honor, she's fully willing to step up and take accountability and responsibility for some of the poor actions made a number of years ago. This is a 2019 case, as well as stepping up and putting herself back on a better path now, so she finds herself in a better place after this. Thank you.
Thank you. And did your client want to make a statement alone?
So Lauren, this is where you make a statement if you'd like to. You don't have to, but if there's anything you'd like to say, you can.
So I am taking full accountability and responsibility for everything that's happened in the last few years. The other court cases that are pending in other counties, those are sooner than later going to be off of my record. Once I maintain sobriety for a year, I have the Joseph Project representing me to get those cases merged with the person that was trafficking me. And now that I'm out of that, I see things better. I think things are just better overall. The people that I'm around, I've cut out all negativity. I'm back around family. I've got a very good support system, and everything overall is so much better. And I feel terrible for everything that's just happened in the last few years. There's no explanation for it. There's no reason for it other than excuses. That's just BS, to be honest. So I do want to apologize for that, and I'm I'm doing the best that I can within my limitations of not being able to drive and everything.
I don't think anyone in this courtroom would disagree that I don't think that your circumstances were your fault. You're a victim. And so you shouldn't feel bad about the circumstances that are before you because they're a result of being a victim. What you should focus on is how far you've come, even from the first time that I saw you on this particular case, which is a 2019 case. This is not a new case. You've made leaps and bounds. You've stayed the course. You're in treatment. You're trying to clean yourself up and get, healed and restored from the things that you've been exposed to, a lot of which were outside of your control and your will. And so I'm proud of you. I know Ms. Sutter is proud of you. I want to congratulate you for being a survivor because a lot of people don't get the testimony that you get, which is that you are here, you are alive, you're whole, and you have the ability to restart your life. And that's what you're doing. And it's not going to be easy. I don't think anybody believes that it's going to be easy, but you have support. You have people praying for you and cheering for you, and you'll get there. So I'm excited to see that you're progressing in anything that this court can do to help you continue to progress. I'm happy to do that. You're in treatment. I don't think that any reporting probation is necessary. I'll grant the request for non-reporting probation. The order of the court is for you to continue your treatment at the Home of New Vision in Ann Arbor and to stay in the fight to regain your life and control over your life. I know you have a really big case that's pending where you're the victim. And so it's important for you to be of sound mind as you prepare for that, because you've got to get before the jury and you've got to tell your story and let your story be heard. And hopefully your testimony will encourage some others that are going through what you're going through, okay? So I will continue to keep you in my prayers as you progress through this journey of your new victory in reclaiming your life. Okay, ma'am?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are welcome. Again, so there will be non-reporting probation for a term of 8 months. The order is for you to continue your treatment during that time. There is, however, some fines and costs that cannot be waived. I'm going to waive all discretionary fines and costs. There's a $75 crime victim rights fee that must be assessed, plus a $50 state minimum cost that will be assessed. And then $486.39 is owed to the Lansing Police Department for responding to the OWI incident. And when is her case? That she's, or let me see, how long is she in the treatment facility for?
I don't think they have a firm outline. They kind of go based on how someone is progressing and doing. So there's no real firm date there.
This is what in her, do you know how that case is progressing where she's the victim?
So last time I touched base with the prosecutor in Oakland County, they were set for trial in July. However, the prosecutor suspected they were not the priority and would likely be adjourned by a couple of months. She didn't have a firm date at that point, just a suspicion she had. And that was about a month ago. I touched base with her about that.
I'm just letting you know. Once she's completed the 8 months, I'll close the file and waive the costs.
Thank you.
Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing from the city, Your Honor.
Nothing further. Thank you very much.
You're all set, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't know why she's frozen on the screen. She's not here anymore. I don't know why it froze.
Yeah.
Let's see. Show causes is Jared Adcock here? Okay. This is City of Lansing versus Jared Adcock 23-00771. And it looks like you owed a fine. $60. Were you able to pay that, sir?
I still owe it.
It says as of
Oh.
June 6th, unless you paid it.
I thought I paid it.
You paid it since then, so you're all set. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pay it. It's not in here. You just paid it. It's zero. Derek Bird, present. Does he owe any money?
He owes 200, total now 200 even.
Okay. Okay, Joseph Allen Boss. Wasn't he in custody or treatment or something? At some point? He's in treatment. Or what last time I heard, but he owes money. He owes a lot of money. Is Andy LaPresse the attorney?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and you are here for Deborah Wallace?
Yes, ma'am. It's a pretrial conference today. Deborah Wallace is present in my office, but she's in my waiting room. I needed a moment to speak with the assistant city attorney on the file if I could.
Oh, I was gonna say that it switched up a little bit.
Yeah. No, I'm
Um,
covering for Patrick for a little bit.
Okay, well, we have a courtroom full of people. Is that another assistant city attorney?
Yeah, he's unrepresented, so I'm happy to log in and.
Okay, we can get one person, one of the city attorneys to log in to meet with you.
Thank you.
Okay, and who is she speaking with?
Hanssburgger. No, just Hunter.
Hanssburgger? He declined court appointed counsel?
I mean, I'm. I'll just find it now, but-
He declined.
Yes, Your Honor, they find it.
Okay, and who else do we have in the back here? Mr. Staples, you can log in.
Yeah, I'm just waiting.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
Miss Horn.
Who, it's who? Horn?
Shaina here.
Shaina Horn?
Wayne Woods. Sherwood Wright. Mr.
Wayne
Wright.
Woods and who?
Sherwood Wright.
Who's representing Mr. Woods?
Both of us are, but we're both also ready to handle it.
Okay, we can take care of that on the record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Wayne Woods, 25-00 436, 25-00 25L29200092. Appearance, please.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. Woods, who is standing to my right.
Mr. Woods has a pretrial for 2 separate files of driving while license is suspended, and then one file has a no insurance. How are we moving forward?
Yes, Your Honor. I spoke with Mr. Abboud this morning after speaking, both Mr. Raleigh and I speaking with Mr. Woods yesterday. He became eligible to go through the revocation appeals process with Secretary of State on July 10th. So he is getting started with that process right now. He's gotten a couple of letters already. Great. And he is looking into getting the assessment done right now. So he's already in the last 4 or 5 days made quite a bit of progress towards getting that application completed. Mr. Abboud and I were going to ask the court if we're willing to get the time, or we're able to get the time to allow Mr. Woods to try and get through that process to see if he can get his license reinstated. Unfortunately, that process does take time, the longest part of that being just the waiting for the hearing to be scheduled. If the court is willing to allow 60 to 90 days, I know that's quite a chunk of time to see if we can get through that process. If the court is unable to
I don't
do
have a
that.
problem. I don't have a problem doing it. The problem is that you give people 60, 90 days, they forget they have court.
That's right. We also did discuss that. Mr. Abboud and I thought if the court was reluctant to give that chunk of time right now, if we could maybe do a review date or something in the in-between so that Mr. Abboud and the court can perhaps check on the efforts made so far.
I'll do
Mr.
that.
Woods is really happy to do
I'll
that.
give you 45 days. You'll come and give us a status update, and then we'll reset it.
Sounds good, Your Honor. Thank you.
September 2nd at 8:30. September 2nd at 8:30.
And just for the sake of our scheduling system at MIDC, is that a pretrial or are we calling that a review date?
We'll call it a review date.
Okay.
And I'll even go as far as if he communicates with you outside of the court within that time frame, you can notify the court to remove it. We'll get you a new date. And so the onus is on you to be in contact with your attorney. She can't be trying to track you down and leave you all voicemails that y'all don't respond to. She's got 100 calls she's got to make every week. So you got to respond to her emails and texts. If you do that, then you don't even got to come in 45 days. We'll just get you a new date, okay? Okay. You have any questions? No. You just want to ask her.
Nothing further.
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sure.
Have a record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Shaina Marie Horn, TT 2301765 and TV 230116118. Name, please, ma'am.
Shaina Horn.
These matters were scheduled for show causes because you owe money. You owe $108 on both of these. I saw you in February. You said you were gonna pay $25 in 30 days. I said I'd waive the balance if you paid the rest and you didn't.
So what happened with that? Like, I had went right out to go do that. And like, remember I accidentally came on the wrong day? So like, when I went to pay it, they didn't have my file. And then I was like, all right, I'm about to come back. And I'm just involved with like a lot of courts. So I did, like, I literally came to do it and the day after it was the last day, it just slipped my mind, because I'm just in so much court. I'm in mental health court. I was in and out of Clinton County Court. My daughter's in court with Kalamazoo. It was just a lot. And
Okay.
yeah, but I do have money
To pay today?
I have $60 that I can pay.
I know that you put 30 on both, and when are you gonna make your next payment?
I'm on disability and like, I actually have car insurance now because Clinton County was getting me and like, I just have.
You say Clinton County was getting you?
Yeah, like they kept pulling me over, you know what I'm saying? So like, I have to have insurance. Well,
You
have to have the
definitely
law,
have to have
because of the law,
insurance.
because of the law. But it's like, I'm on a very limited income and like, now that I actually am abiding by the law and paying car insurance, like I have like no wiggle room.
I understand that. We do know that the ticket was originally, one of them was $15. You just never paid it. You never paid it.
It was literally because I went to court. I missed court a lot. So I missed the court date and someone else got a ticket in my name. They were driving my car, they were at court and they had a lot of court stuff going on here. They parked weirdly, I guess.
I see a picture of the parking here.
Yeah, it wasn't me. Someone who's always in court here.
Original fine, $25. It's amazing how these tickets jump up. All right, you got $30 for each of these today. Pay the 30 on each today. I'll close the file.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. And pull your pants up on your, thank you. All right, are we ready, counsel? You're on the matter, or handling the matter with Sherwood Wright, is that correct? Mr. Wright?
I represent Mr. Wright.
Oh, okay, where's Mr. Wright? I was told he was here. Okay, who did you speak with, ma'am?
I was speaking with Mr. Hanssburgger.
Oh, okay. On the record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Dwayne Hanssburgger, 25-01331 and 25L2943412. Appearances, please.
Elizabeth Percolini on behalf of the city of Lansing, Your Honor.
No. Your name, sir?
My name is Dwayne Hanssburgger Jr.
Junior. Let's make sure we got the right one here. Okay, Mr. Hanssburgger has a no ops and a speeding 6 to 10 over. Was there an offer on this, counsel?
So hopefully there would be no further reduction on the speed. There is willingness to dismiss the no ops if he can obtain a valid license. What we'd be asking for today is to adjourn this to a later date so that we can start looking into the process of getting a valid license. His status right now is revoked, so it will take a heavy lift on his part. But he has indicated to people that he's willing to do that.
Okay, so you got some work to do to get your license? Is that what's going on?
Yes, sir.
You have to go through like a Secretary of State reinstatement process or? Okay,
Yes, sir.
and you've not started it, correct?
I've gone before and I didn't have a lot of my information in order. So, and so the judge denied because I had.
Okay, so you gotta restart the process. Is that what you're gonna do?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna give you 30 days to go get it restarted and come back and give us an update.
Can do August 26th at 10.
August 26th at 10. We'll get you a notice to appear. Do you have any questions at this time?
I know you.
You declined court appointed counsel, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Get your notice to appear. You're all set.
Thank you.
Mr. Staples gonna come back.
He sent out a copy.
Oh, okay. Leia Williams, who's representing Leia Williams?
Yes, Mr. Raleigh.
Deborah Wallace is there. Brinson. Tamar Brinson, you're correct?
I have not spoken with Mr. Bryson out of the personnel.
The record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Deborah Wallace, 17-05688, appearance, please.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Andy LeBray on behalf of Wallace.
Where's Miss Wallace?
She is in my lobby. I can bring her right in, Your Honor. Sorry. This is Miss Wallace, Your Honor.
Okay, this was a matter that was scheduled or rescheduled for pretrial for operating while under influence of drugs, 2017 case though. How are we proceeding on this?
Your Honor, our office did receive a chemical assessment. Looks like it was uploaded yesterday. I know Mr. Abood was out for a bit last week. So we are just asking for a very brief adjournment so that we can review that assessment and communicate any potential offers with the defense.
Okay. August 26th at 8:30. No, the quickest we have is August 26th at 8:30. Does that work for you, counsel?
It does. Would you like us to appear in person, Your Honor?
You can appear via Zoom.
August 26th, 8:30 by Zoom. We'll be there, Your Honor.
Very good. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
No, thank you.
Thank you, you're all set. Is Leia laying down?
Yep, I'm sending her a message now.
Miss Williams, are you laying down?
No, I'm not. I'm up.
She's still.
You're up where?
I'm in my bed. I'm not laying down.
It appears to me that you're laying down. Representing Miss Williams.
Mr. Rowley.
Was he busy?
So right now,
Okay. Did you have a matter that was ready to go?
I don't believe I have anyone here.
Did I miss something? Sherwood, why did I do that one already?
Yep, they're calling back.
I'm sorry? Mess these files all the way up so I can't. Let's see, Olivia Uridalis failed to appear. Warrant failure to pay. Andre Susana.
They were. Oh, the baby.
Yeah, he's in custody, isn't he?
He was one from the STF.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mrs. Susana, are you there? I don't know why the video is not. Mrs. Susana, who muted him?
I did, on accident. There's a lot of background noise.
Mrs. Susana, we can't hear you. I don't know if they have a corrections officer that can assist. Oh. Are you there, sir? Somebody go on Otis and tell me when his earliest out date is. May 23rd, 2027. Got it. Marquita, you could do a prison remittal on this, I'm not sure. Are you ready, Miss Williams? Miss Williams needs to get some rest, so are you ready?
I think we are ready, Ron.
On the record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Leia Williams, 25-00176. Appearance, please.
Elizabeth Capelli on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Jacob Rowley on behalf of Miss Williams.
Today was the date that we reset this pretrial. This was for a failure. Let me see. It looks like it's like a failure to stop after property damage accident and a driving unlicensed. I think this was reset. She lost her license. She was in high school or something. What's going on now?
So Your Honor, the city has offered a 1-for-1 on the failure to stop.
Now I can inform you that Ms. Williams does have her license now. Regard to the failure to stop. I don't think we're ready to commit to that at this point. I don't think we're ready to see better outcome. I would ask that this be set for perhaps a plea hearing in the
Okay.
future.
Okay, so she does have a valid license.
Yes.
Which is why we reset this in the first place. And then what it sounds like is that there's further negotiations that you want to see from the failure to stop.
Correct.
Okay. Let's set it for an in-person, please.
August
26th at 10. August 26th at 10, in person at the court. Do you have any questions today, Ms. Williams? Ms. Williams, I couldn't hear you. Did you have any questions about what just happened? I don't think her audio is coming through. Okay, you're all set.
Peter had me not disturb on her door. I'm gonna check back with him in a second.
Let's see. Who did I miss? Joshua Joseph failed to appear. Daniel Jones. That is stuff. What's going on with Martell Brown? Is he here?
He is here.
On the record in the matters of the city of Lansing versus Martell. Nansen Brown 22-03-008, 24L2855-931, and 24L2866-842. Appearance, please.
Elizabeth Corponi on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Jacob Riley on behalf of Mr. Brown.
Brown has several files here. One is for a driving while license is suspended, one to open intox passenger, and the other is for driving unregistered. We reset this so that he can make attempts to get his license. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, Mr. Brown does have his license now. Regard to the particularly the open intox charge, the city has asked that he complete the victim impact panel before we're able to negotiate on that. So that's this be adjourned so that he can get that victim impact panel completed.
How much time is it going to take him to do that?
If we can get like 4 weeks, that should be plenty of time.
What's the offer on the other two matters? Or do we have one at this time?
The offer I received was that the registration would be dismissed if he's able to produce valid registration, and the open intox would be reduced in some way if he can complete the victim impact panel.
And what's going on with the DWLS?
That I think is ultimately to be reduced to an allowing a license drive.
Okay. Is that correct?
That matches a note that I have, yes.
And then if he's not yet provided proof of registration, is that what's going on?
The issue is it was never his vehicle in particular. We just need to demonstrate that. So if we're working on that.
Okay. Give me a date.
August 26th at 10:30.
August 26th at 10:30. Do you have any questions for the court today, Mr. Brown? Get you a notice to appear. Any additional matters for the record? Counsel?
None from
Nothing for
the-
the citizens.
none from the defense, Your Honor.
Thank you, you're all set. Mr. Kakia, Good and Artis here.
Not check finished.
Eric Paul, present.
He is.
File number 23-03512. Appearance, please.
Elizabeth Carboni on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Jacob Rowley on behalf of Mr. Hall.
Looks like this one fluorescent document. Okay, this was a driver while license is suspended. Failure to display, failure to stop after property damage accident. Know how, or maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing. This is to TWLS and failure to display or stop after property damage accident. We reset this in 2024 because he was paying off tickets to get his license. And then he came back again in March of 2024. He was still making payments. And then he fell off and stopped coming to court. And then it looks like he appeared for an arraignment June 6, 2025 on the bench warrant. But then it was reset accidentally on Judge Flores' docket. And that brings us to today. And so he has a valid license now.
He does run. Yes. The offer there was that could be reduced to allowing an unlicensed driver to use it. That still leaves, of course, the failure to stop after property damage accident. Again, I'm not going to agreement on that. Negotiations are continuing. I would ask that this be set for perhaps a plea date.
Negotiations are continuing. This is from 2023. We're not continuing further except to a trial. It sounds like the city is not giving an offer on it. Is that correct, counsel?
That is correct.
The offer on that count essentially is a plea as charged.
So he can plead as charged or he can go to a trial.
Well, he's not interested in pleading as charged, Ron.
Give me a trial. And just to be clear, I don't know how the city's packaging these offers. It's going to trial on just one or both.
Your Honor, it's my understanding that the offer to the reduce the DWLS to an allowing would stand, and it would just be going to offer on the failure to stop.
Okay, so we can resolve the allowing today and then set the other for
If
trial.
that's his wish, Your Honor.
That's what he wants to do? Sure, that's what you want to do, sir, or do you want time to talk to Mr. Rowley about this? I know that wasn't your original plan when you came in here. You can go off the record. Go talk to your client. Proper plates. No proof of insurance. Okay, what's the gentleman in the green shirt?
Mr. Wright, he's also Mr. Riley's client.
Trying to call that case over 3 times. Let's see. That's Sherwood. Okay, are you ready also on Mr. Wright?
We are, yes.
On the record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Sherwood Wright, 25L 29458661 and 62. Appearances, please.
What's the part on behalf of the city of Lansing?
Jacob Riley on behalf of Mr. Wright.
Okay, Mr. Wright has an open in talks driver and an improper lane. How are we proceeding on these?
We agreed to, we come to an agreement whereby Mr. Wright would plead guilty to the open intoxicant and the improper lane use will be dismissed.
That's correct.
Okay, improper lane use is a civil infraction that comes with 2 points. Open in talks is a misdemeanor that comes with 2 points. Why would he accept the misdemeanor versus the civil infraction?
Given the facts of the case. I don't think we can beat that charge essentially.
We can beat what charge?
The open intoxicant.
But I thought the offer was. It's not 1 for 1. What was the offer?
If they plead to the open intox, we dismiss the improper lane use.
Oh, okay, so it was not the, it wasn't a 1 for 1. Okay, got it. Okay, so you're accepting the offer, then, correct? Okay, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
You understand that you have the right in this matter to proceed to a jury trial as it relates to the open intox in a vehicle?
Yes.
You have the right to remain silent at the trial and not have silence be used against you. The right to see, hear, or question any witness that the city calls to testify against you. The right to call your own witnesses to testify on your behalf, or you can waive your silence and testify at your trial. But ultimately, you have the right to maintain your innocence and have the city prove each element beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes.
And you wish to give up that right in order to plead guilty?
Yes.
Anyone threatening you to do that?
No.
Any promises extended to you if you plead guilty? To the charge of open intox in a vehicle as the driver, how do you plead? Actual basis.
Mr. Wright, is it true that on May 13th of this year, in the afternoon hours, that you were driving a vehicle on
Edgewood.
West Edgewood Road, is that right?
Yes.
That's in the city of Lansing.
Yes.
Did you have some contact with police? Police actually stopped you?
Yes.
And at that time, is it true that you had an open alcohol container?
Yes.
Next to you?
Yes.
Thank you.
Any questions from the city? I'll accept your plea. I find your plea to be freely, voluntarily, and intelligently made. Your fine is $200. When are you paying? I don't know. Is that today? Cause I asked you when are you gonna pay, you said as soon as you get the money, that I can't write that down. I know, I need the date. What day is that?
August the fifth.
August the fifth, how much you gonna pay?
You said $200, so it'd be $200.
You gonna pay the full amount, August?
Yes.
Okay, if you need an extension, you need to come to the court to request it, okay?
Yes.
Okay, do you have any questions about how you make payment?
Yes.
You can, the window you're gonna pass on the way out, that's where you would make payment, or you can mail, check, or money order with your case number on it. This will be the case number that ends in 6-1. And then, or you can go on the court website, use your case number and pay online, okay? You're all set. Back on the record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Eric Hall, 23-03512, appearance please.
Elizabeth Crookley on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Jacob Riley on behalf of Mr. Hall.
Okay, so this was the matter that the defendant was offered to plead to an allowing, and then the issue was whether or not he was going to plead to the failure or accept responsibility for failure to stop after property damage accident. Plead guilty because it is a misdemeanor. He wanted to know if he was going to go to trial or not. So how is he going to go on that one?
We would ask that that be set for trial.
You can do August 26th at 8:15.
August 26th at 8:15 for trial. As to the driving while license suspended, you want to plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver?
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury.
Yes, ma'am.
You can put your hand down. In that matter, you have the right to proceed to trial. You have the right to a jury trial. You're innocent until proven guilty. You can maintain that innocence and require the city first prove each element of the charge being brought against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you willing to waive it?
Yes, ma'am.
You have the right then that you would have to wait to see, hear, or question any other witnesses that they call to testify against you. The right to call your own witnesses or present evidence that you believe show a defense of this charge, and the right to remain silent and not have silence be used against you. You understand those rights that you would also have to give up?
Yes, ma'am.
And no one's threatening you to get you to give these up, is that correct?
Correct.
As to the charge of allowing an unlicensed driver, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Factual basis.
Mr. Hall, on October 7th of 2023, you violated motor vehicle laws by allowing an unlicensed person to be yourself. You allowed an unlicensed person to operate.
Any questions from the city?
From the city, Your Honor.
Find you pleaded guilty voluntarily and intelligently made. Your fine is $200. When will you pay that?
We'll get it next month, second round, Mayor.
Have any questions about how you make payment? Any additional matters? Counsel? You're all set.
Thank you.
Thanksgiving. Go most like 2 weeks. It's usually cold enough. But balancing, it's not so horrible outside that you can't like go and do it and see stuff. And so it's fun. usually dodge like holiday parties. And it's like the lull season for traffic. Once usually cheapest and hotels, yeah, because like everyone travels for Thanksgiving.
Oh,
And everyone travels for Christmas, and so usually between the two, it's like the most, and so it's usually the easiest to reservations at restaurants and all that, because like if you get closer to like the week or two before Christmas, then, like, people start booking up restaurants and stuff for their Christmas parties.
Yeah.
That's like the sweet spot.
Fair enough. You said it's like October, November?
No, like the end of November,
End of
first,
November.
like the last week in November, first week in December.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
I mean, like the weird thing is once you go to like one big city, it gets to be kind of the same.
That was my take. I guess I have been sort of.
So essentially nobody can do anything. Got it. There is.
Mr. Foot, he's out there speaking with Mr. Wright.
My uncle
Mr. Foot might be out of luck if they're not ready in 10 minutes. Is that a meeting? Let's see, Shanta Edwards is still to appear.
Crazy, like just how many people there are, but like to be honest, right, there's like the density of Tokyo is like twice that of New York. I don't even really know this, because at some point, it's so many people.
Yeah.
That they're being twice, it's like it's.
Yeah. I thought that was like.
DeMarco, Washington is still to appear.
Like some of the big cities in the US.
Yeah.
What time is that scheduled for?
Marco Washington, he had.
It's
for
not
some
till
reason,
11.
Yeah, 11 and then a 1.
It's not till 11.
Things like London probably has like the lowest, I mean, there's lots of really good restaurants in London, but the overall
As a
like
cultural, like,
lowest
yeah.
quality food, but like some of the cheap, they have the British Museum and all that stuff where it's like Tokyo, Kyoto, are like probably like the highest on both. It's like food is amazing. It's like amazing stuff. Cheap. Like,
Yeah.
Tokyo is really good with a bunch of stuff. Like, Kyoto didn't get on there, so they have all of the, and it was the historic capital. And so they have stuff with temples from like 700.
Your Honor,
Yes.
if you'd be willing to before you go to your meeting, we could talk about Pardee Wilson.
Oh, because I was just about to make work done. What's going on?
So Miss Hart, I believe, I'm having a hard time confirming, but I think she is still hospitalized at Hayden Psychiatric. When I've called them because there's not a prior release of information, I just get that we can neither confirm nor deny. But last I was able to confirm with her prior guardian, that's where she was. So I suspect that I cannot confirm. I have no idea why she's not here. We talked for over half an hour last night, and we were going to be requesting an adjournment so that she can finish getting her assessment done because she's been having some trouble getting on schedule.
So what do you want me to do with her?
That one I struggle with, Your Honor, because I normally would ask for a 48-hour hold, but I have no confidence I can get a hold of her within 48 hours either.
Who did you speak with before? You said a family member?
People will, no, it was a guardian. She's previously lived in an AFC home. And so the house manager and a guardian there have reached out to me and spoken to me about her.
Got it. So we're not able to make that contact anymore?
She didn't give me a phone number. She just gave me her name. And we talked in person. She came to the last.
Because I have a number in the file. I don't know if that.
For the house manager?
That was the that was information given to the magistrate at the time of the arraignment, and it gave the AFC address, home, and a phone number. So I don't know if this is your number, but I'll give it to you.
Thank you. 1 second. The last time she came in person to update me.
You pass that to her, please. I'll reset this to give you time to flush that.
Thank you.
Heart.
August 26th.
August 26th at 8:30.
Yeah.
Address, I have a Fremont Street in Eureka. Is that what the court file has as well?
Correct.
So, thank you.
And you haven't spoken to.
This was, I'm confused about her non-appearance because we talked for quite some time last night about updates on her patient, what the plan was for today. With the court, we wanted to hold the file till this afternoon to see if I can get her to log in.
Yes.
Thank you.
So I guess.
Mr. Riley, you have someone here?
Sorry, I do have Robert Foot here, Your Honor. Yes.
And I'm asking that because I have a meeting in 10 minutes on Zoom.
We're working on that right now. We might be able to resolve it.
You might have to wait till after my meeting. On foot on the record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Robert Henry Foot, 20-03379. Appearance, please.
Elizabeth Kirkland on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Jacob Brownlee on behalf of Mr. Foot.
Foot has a furnishing false information, failure to display a license. think the offer, at least over a year ago, was to plead guilty to furnishing false information, and the city will dismiss failure to display the license. It was set for a plea. How are you proceeding today?
Would be prepared to proceed with that plea. However, I think there's perhaps on the city side, they're reluctant to agree to that at this point.
Reluctant to agree to the offer that was extended?
Right.
They've already extended the offer.
So, Your Honor, what seems to be the issue is we cannot find record of that offer in our notes.
That's why I write it down in mine.
To be fair, Your Honor, if that offer was extended and it's in the court's notes, then we would honor it at this point.
In that case, we'd be ready to proceed with that plea.
We have a advice of rights. That's fine. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
I do.
Okay. You understand that you have the right in this matter to be presumed that innocent until proven guilty. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you can maintain your innocence and proceed to a jury trial. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And at that jury trial, you have the right to require that the city prove each element of the charge being brought against you beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have the right to see, hear, or question any witness that the city calls to testify against you, the right to call your own witnesses that would testify on your behalf. You can maintain your silence and not have silence used against you, or you can waive silence and testify if you'd like. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anyone threatening you to give all of those rights up and plead guilty to furnishing false information?
No, Your Honor.
Any promises being made if you pled guilty?
No, Your Honor.
As to the charge of furnishing false information, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Is that because you believe you're guilty?
What was that?
Is that because you believe that you are guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me what you did to make you guilty of furnishing false information.
I had an accident on Speedway at Cedar and Cesar Chavez. I knew I had a warrant for child support, and I lied to the officer about my name, said I was my dead father, because I was driving his car.
And that was in the city of Lansing.
Yes, ma'am.
Any additional factual basis?
Nothing to say, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
I accept your plea or find your plea to be proven voluntarily and intelligently made. Fine is $300. I'll apply the bond.
Thank you.
You're all set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Raleigh, I think you have someone on Zoom too. Here, DeMarco, Washington. Do you have a question, sir?
Where would I give up my copy?
Well, there is no corporate.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Did you need to speak to Mr. Washington?
Let me just check my notes quickly. I think we're ready to proceed.
Mr. Washington, can you start your video, please? On the record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus DeMarco, Washington, they have 25-01535 and then 25L29444141. Appearance, please.
Elizabeth Cripponi on behalf of the city of Lansing.
And Jacob Riley on behalf of Mr. Washington.
Today was the date scheduled for pretrial. There's an OWI and an expired license. And I don't know if we need to adjourn this for a substance abuse assessment.
That is the plan, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
September 2nd at 9:30.
September 2nd at 9:30 is your next court date, okay, Mr. Washington?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions for the court today?
Would I be on Zoom?
You can appear via Zoom, that is correct.
Okay.
Okay, and then you'll make sure that you get your substance abuse assessment done and turned over to your attorney so they can get it to the city attorney's office, okay?
All right.
Okay, you're all set.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Wilson, my paralegal just spoke with her. She mistakenly put her court hearing in for today at 1:30. So he's told her to log in at 1:30 for this. The court's not doing that.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Officer Bernal is here. I don't see.
Be quiet.
Mr. Brown, are you accepting responsibility to the civil infraction breach of peace?
Yes.
So your fine will be $75, and then your attorney said that you can pay in 60 days. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I put you down for September 15th. You'll make a payment, the full payment by then.
So $75 due by or before September 15th.
Correct. And then do you
Okay.
know how to make the payments?
I do not.
So you can either come up to the court, so we have the criminal traffic counter, you can make a payment there, or you can make a payment online using your case number.
Excellent. I have that noted. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll send a follow-up email too.
Okay,
I'll send you a follow-up email on some more information on making payments too.
Excellent. Thank you.
so you're all set, Mr. Brown.
Okay. Have a great day. Goodbye.
Mr. Grinnell,
Yes, go ahead.
you're free to go. The defendant didn't appear.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.